Welcome back to another edition of Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. I'm Adam Hildebrandt, joined as always by Broken Arrow Tiger head football coach Josh Blankenship as we review the week that was against Enid as the Tigers wrapped up the regular season, and now they look ahead to a playoff matchup against Owasso as well. Coach, first of all, your overall thoughts about that last game against Enid.
About as complete of a game as you could have, with obviously scoring on offense the way we did, effective running the ball, throwing the ball. But then we had a special teams return for a touchdown, and then defense even had a scoop and score for a touchdown. So felt like a complete game, what you're looking for, to cap off the regular season and get hot going into the playoffs.
Yeah, when you can score in all three phases, that's certainly a confidence builder going in to playoff time now. And then offensively, you mentioned there were some explosive plays in that game, certainly. I think you only had 7 third downs that you faced in the entire game. How were you guys able to create some of those explosive plays?
Guys are falling into a rhythm of, we keep talking about identity and who we are, and we feel like we've found that. And, we had a really good game plan. I thought our coaches did a great job putting things together. We didn't get to use it all because we, scored pretty quickly on certain drives, but really proud of our guys for coming out and executing.
Marion Horn ran for 225 yards in the contest. He's run for 1,000 yards now in the last 4 weeks. What did you see from him specifically in this contest against Enid?
Marion, being Marion. The guys up front doing a great job for him. Again, we're settled into what we believe we're good at, and the guys did a great job of opening up holes for him, and then he took advantage of it.
Sterling Ramsey averaged a little over 11 yards per carry in that game, a couple of touchdowns. Was that an effort to get him more directly involved in the run game, or was that just him creating on broken plays?
I think he had one broken play where he took off and created on his own, but we certainly had a couple of calls that we wanted him to carry the ball on, and he did well.
What does that show, like an Owasso team that's coming in now to play in the postseason, seeing that on film and having to respect that? How does that change how they might approach their week of practice and what they have to do this week?
I don't know. It's not unique to us to have an athletic quarterback, but certainly showing that on film, as a more direct threat, not just a broken play, but stuff that we'll use. I think, you've got to account for it, and that makes us more dangerous.
6 different guys caught passes in the game, and then Ryan Fox didn't even catch one this week. He's obviously been a threat over the course of this year. How does that versatility help you guys in the passing game?
It's huge. To know guys are going to make plays when their number's called. Even at the end of the game, we had a lot of younger guys in. We had a freshman to freshman connection. When you get those opportunities and you get to get everybody in, that's huge. But then obviously building depth and realizing guys that can make plays when their opportunity comes is pretty cool.
That's Broken Arrow Tiger head football coach Josh Blankenship. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib.
Meet Andrea, a member at TTCU Federal Credit Union.
Hi.
Andrea is one busy person. The last thing she needs is her finances holding her back.
Since I've joined TTCU, I've been able to save even more money. I'm building my emergency fund, and I watch my credit score like a hawk. Thanks for everything, TTCU.
Join Andrea and become a member at TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Welcome back. It's Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. I'm Adam Hildebrandt, joined by Josh Blankenship. And, Coach, let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball now. What stood out to you about the defense's performance on Friday?
Dominated up front. They had a big offensive line group, and then the play of our DBs. Batting down balls. They took a bunch of shots on our guys, and we were able to make plays. And then their number 9, really good fly sweep guy, which we're going to see a bunch of that again against Owasso. But I thought our safeties and linebackers did a really good job of filling the alley and shutting that stuff down.
Yeah, the quarterback completed less than 50% of his passes. He threw well over 30 on the night. But how are you guys able to limit his ability just to complete balls?
We loaded up the box and we made them choose, that they're going to have to take shots. We decided we're going to take away their run game, their fly sweep game, really forced them into what they did, which was to take those shots. And there's a reason why people don't like to do that. They're not very high percentage. And then our DBs really played well, making plays on the football and made him look a little less successful than maybe he could have been.
Enid's first couple of drives of the game, you get the turnover to start things off, and then you force them to turn it over on downs inside their own red zone on that following drive. How did that set the tone for the rest of that game?
We took advantage of it, which was huge. I fully understand the situation they were in. They're in their last game. They weren't going to the playoffs, and you're at a 4th and 1, even though they were, backed up into their own territory, deep into their own territory. It was a chance they wanted to take. Our guys met the challenge, and then obviously offense went out and answered, which was huge.
And the only time Enid started in Tiger territory was after a turnover. You guys were able to eventually get a turnover on downs at the end of that drive as well. In those quick change situations like that, where the defense may be in the huddle and not necessarily ready to go back out yet, but suddenly they're back on the field, what does it take to have success in times like that?
You practice it. You practice sudden change moments. You try to practice as many situational, events as you can simulate. That's one of those things, especially in the age where you've got the Sky Coach stuff where guys are huddled up around TVs and watching, the last drive or the last series. For them to snap out of that and get back out on the field and get another turnover on downs is huge.
That's Broken Arrow Tiger head football coach Josh Blankenship. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib.
Just a reminder, there will come a time when they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true. Right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. The right balance.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. I'm Adam Hildebrandt, and we're joined by senior offensive lineman Evan Robinson now, who is going into the start of the playoffs in his senior season. Evan, I'm sure you got some different emotions right now. What are your thoughts kind of on this senior year and how it's played out so far?
I think it's been pretty great, coming through with a big coaching change. I feel like a lot of the guys responded really well. I really liked it for the senior year. Give it a change up. Just going out and see what we can do.
So this is an offense that's been improving steadily over the course of the year, and had a couple of tough defenses that you ran into early, but has been getting better and better and producing more and more. As an offensive line, how do you feel like you guys have grown as a group this year?
I feel like we've grown a great amount, just as men overall, because learning about football, we can handle more complex defensive structures, learning how to know where we're going, just having that state of mind allows us to go downfield and just keep finishing blocks way past the first level.
You guys have been blocking most recently consistently for Marion Horn, who's run for 1,000 yards in the last month, essentially. What have you guys been doing well here recently just to make sure that you're blowing some holes open? And obviously he's a guy shifty enough to make some things happen.
Well, really just working on taking that defensive lineman and pushing him as far to the linebackers left as we can. He makes us look really good up there. We don't even have to make big holes. We just got to give him a little window, let him do his thing. That
is certainly helpful. What excites you about getting another shot at Owasso this week?
Just to show everyone how much we've grown as a team, just show them what we can put on film.
That's Evan Robinson. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib.
Recently, you've had to put your life on hold, and we're with you in this. At Ascension St. John, we're now open for appointments, and we are fully prepared for your safety and our care. As we open our doors again, our doctors, nurses, and care teams will continue to wear personal protective equipment. We've taken even more steps to clean and stringently disinfect all areas. We will maintain distancing in our waiting rooms and will continue to limit visitors. And we will still screen all staff to protect their health and yours. Our emergency rooms are here 24/7. Please do not delay care. We're still delivering babies and performing surgeries. And we're open for your appointments, from specialists and surgical care to routine care and health screenings. Ask us about virtual visits. Ascension St. John continues to care for you, as we have been for almost a century. Thank you for trusting us.
Welcome back one more time to Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Crib. I'm Adam Hildebrandt, joined by Tiger Football head coach Josh Blankenship. And coach, you got a matchup with Owasso in week one of the playoffs here. How are you guys a different team than you were in week 3 when you ran into them?
Oh, we're completely different. I would say it took us about 4 to 5 weeks to really, we talk about identity all the time and who we are. It took us a while to figure out who we were. We continued to move some pieces around due to injury, but I think we're very confident in who we are and the type of team that we've become. We showed a calendar to the team in a Sunday meeting that it's been 9 weeks, or will be 9 weeks from the first game against Owasso to this game, 63 days. That's a lot of time for a team to grow and a team to change, and we're excited about another opportunity against these guys.
What about Owasso? How have they changed in that time frame?
Like anybody, they've had a couple injuries, so they've moved a few pieces around. One of their best linebackers that was playing more of a nickel position, he's now playing on the inside. They're supremely talented. I would argue they're probably the most talented team in the state. I think it's going to come down to who can perform on Friday night.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it. That'll be on ArrowVision as the playoffs get underway. Broken Arrow hosting Owasso. Looking forward to it. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Inside Tiger Football, brought to you by Rib Creek.